We're going to have a look at some of the week's big news. Of course, the first race is done and dusted. We all know how everybody's pace looks, how disappointing Aston Martin looks, and how promising Red Bull and Mclaren look, even Ferrari. But let's get into it. This week in F1, DR3's car was busted. Apparently Daniel Ricciardo's lack of pace in Bahrain was due to mechanical issues, Mclaren have said. After coming together with the Alfa Targetted of Pierre Gasly, the MCL35M is said to have suffered some floor damage, which led to a lack of downforce. Team boss Andreas Seidel revealed that the damage was only discovered after the race. "Felt like I got slower as the race went on," said Ricciardo, which would make sense in the light of the revelation of his damaged floor, which would have deteriorated further as the race went on. We will see in a few weeks if Ricciardo and McLaren are making excuses, if he is taking longer settling at the team than expected, or if they are actually telling the truth. "Ferrari engine still pretty much sucks," says Binotto. After an embarrassing 2020 season where the prancing horse was beaten to a bloody pulp in the engine battles, Binotto has claimed that the engine is better than last year, but that the package is still lacking in all areas. He went on to claim that he hoped that the team's power unit will have caught up to the Mercedes and Honda benchmarks by 2022. After Bahrain, Ferrari is lying 4th in the Constructors' Championship and look to be on a comparable pace to the ever-improving McLaren team. Hamilton quit rumours persist. According to former McLaren mechanic turned pundit Mark Priestley, he got the impression that Formula One wasn't Lewis Hamilton's only priority anymore. On his YouTube channel, Priestley said that he wasn't 100% sure that Hamilton would be there in 2022, coming to this conclusion after spending time with a multiple world champ while doing film work recently. It may be that a championship win this year may well help make that decision for him, or maybe it won't, who knows, said Priestley when speaking about whether Hamilton would quit after a potential world record 8th world championship. Max would smash Hamilton, also claims 3-time World Formula One champion and daddy to Max's current boo, Mr. Nelson Piquet. After the pair's awesome battle in Bahrain, Piquet weighed in by saying, "But if Max was driving for Mercedes, I'm sure he would smash Hamilton." Which was a strange thing to say, since according to most pundits, the Red Bull for the first time in ages was quicker than the Merc in race 1, and Hamilton still managed to beat Verstappen. Piquet may have been trying to boost his daughter's boyo, but who knows. Piquet has never been one to shy away from strange opinions, famously calling Nigel Mansell's wife ugly and referring to Ayrton Senna as the Sao Paulo taxi driver. Merc fears lack of pace. Mercedes appears to fear for the next 2 races. High-speed affairs at Imola and Portimao. They seemingly think that an apparent lack of pace compared to Red Bull may be exposed at these 2 quick tracks. "I don't think we're quick enough at the high speed," said Mercedes trackside engineering director Andrew Shovlin. He went on to add, "We still don't think we have the best car, but we don't think we've got everything out of the package yet." Maybe for the first time in ages, Mercedes are not sandbagging, but may actually really be playing catch-up to the Red Bull Hondas. Norris on his way up, that is. After an impressive performance in Bahrain, Andreas Seidel has claimed that Lando Norris has taken the next step in his development as a driver. The youngster is seen by most as immensely talented, but the 21-year-old surely has a lot of development yet needed before he reaches the level of the truly world-class racers. Norris raced a very controlled and impressive race in Bahrain to finish 4th and beat highly regarded teammate Daniel Ricciardo in their first race as teammates. But while Ricciardo is known for his humorous and laid-back nature, he's a fiercely competitive driver, and we surely can expect some fireworks in the battle to be McLaren's top dog. Speaking of Ricciardo's NASCAR dream. Not words I ever thought I would say, but Danny Ric has reportedly made a wager with boss Zak Brown, and the details are that if he achieves a podium finish for McLaren this season, boss Brown would give him a little something. Posing with a model of Dale Earnhardt's 1984 Chevy earlier this year, Brown told Ricciardo that he could keep the model, but that on achieving a podium, he could give the real thing a go. Apparently Dale Earnhardt was a big inspiration to the Aussie when he was growing up, and some claim that his preference for the number 3 is partly in honor of Earnhardt, who also raced wearing the number. We cannot wait for the moment when Danny Ric gets that podium and gives the classic Chevy a good go. Vettel troubles experts. After another obvious error in race 1, running into Ocon's Alpine, the 4-time champion Sebastian Vettel has experts scratching their heads. Ralf Schumacher, uncle of Mick, brother of Mike and multiple race winner for Williams during his own F1 career, has said that Vettel needs to assess why he keeps getting himself into these situations. What bothers me most is the way he deals with it. When he drove into the rear of Ocon, he complained about Ocon's change of line. If you look at the recording, it's 100% Vettel's driving mistake, said Schumacher. He also went on to say that it was way too early to be concerned about the mood at Aston Martin, as the collaboration between Vettel and Aston Martin was still very fresh. And finally, Alfa Romeo Targetted by Williams. After a much improved performance by the Williams F1 team in race 1, they're setting early targets. This is good news for the long-suffering fans who are sick and tired of seeing the once proud name propping up the back of the field. According to Williams' head of vehicle performance Dave Robson, they felt that the proper midfield battle was very close, and they also felt that they were not that far away from the Alfa Romeo's pace. He went on to congratulate the Alfas for taking a significant step in the right direction, and that he hoped Williams to regularly get into that midfield group as well. Hopefully they can sort out Williams' disturbing sensitivity to wind, which played a major role in the Bahrain race. And that's it for this week. We're also celebrating Easter this week, and we hope that you have a blessed time, and may you be blessed in the name of Jesus. Have a good week.